Hi folks, good morning. It's attorney Roger P. Foley. Today I'm going to talk to you about overcoming obstacles. Now, we all have obstacles, and I'm going to give you a few examples of some obstacles that I'm dealing with. And maybe you'll share some of yours. Over the weekend, I purchased a bunch of fruit trees. My in-laws live with me. My father-in-law really likes mango trees. So I went to a fruit place, fruit trees, and I purchased an avocado tree. I purchased a mango tree, a papaya tree, and some kind of flower tree that my wife liked that has it's like those Hawaiian flowers that they make the leis out of. I don't know. And this little lemon tree, but it's only like you use it for cooking, but it doesn't produce lemons. I don't know. And then like an azalea to match the other two that we have. It's not something I do every day. I don't know anything about planting trees or keeping plants alive, not in my arsenal, so to speak. So I asked the people that I was buying it from, how does it work? What do you do? Keep it watered, blah, blah, blah. How do you plant it? And the reality is you know what I did? I called the client and I said, hey, I know you do this. Can you pick this stuff up? Can you deliver it? Can you install it? And they did, and I paid them a fee. I said, water it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And if you're about to click off, I'm going to explain a bunch of things, so don't be so quick to click. All right? So plants go in, we stake them, and I'm watering beginning in the morning, at night. So I walk out there this morning to do the plant, and my father-in-law had done it last night. And to my distress, to my anxiety, I walk out and I hear the hose on. And I'm like, oh, please no. And of course, the $650 tree, I got it for $450 because I bought so many, so they hooked me up. He left the water running. It's been running since yesterday, so I don't know. It's a good 12 hours of watering. So needless to say, the biggest, fanciest tree, the one that I specifically bought for him, I think it's dead. Well, it'll kill the roots, it'll get fungus. I Googled. I could shout and scream, and of course at first I just shouted out loud because I was so upset. Didn't say anything, just move on. I had a case this morning. There's something in the law called a no action. And I was watching an attorney on YouTube or TikTok or whatever the hell, talking about no action like it's this wonderful thing. No action is a heartache waiting to happen. Let me explain. You get arrested. In this case, my client got arrested for a quite serious charge, drug trafficking. It's serious. You have to have a nebula hearing, you have to show proof of funds. The attorney has to be careful on how he takes funds so it doesn't come from illegal proceeds, etc. Bondsman has to check things, the state attorney has to check things. So I've been trying to get in touch with whoever is assigned, and I call prosecutor A, and they go, oh, no, it's prosecutor B. Then I go to prosecutor B, he goes, no, it's A. And then I go back and forth, like, hey, who has it? And then last minute, boom, it's attorney C. And I know in the 30 days that nothing happened. Now, that could be a multitude of reasons. No one realized whose file it is because everyone's going like this. So there's a delay. And the delay could be for many reasons. It could be like no one knows what the hell's going on, right? Discombobulated people, which I talk about all the time. I wouldn't win if there weren't a bunch of dum-dums throughout my profession and on the opposite side and in the academies and in the police departments. If everyone was a rocket scientist, Roger Foley is not. But if everyone was, I would lose my cases all the time. I can offer passion, hard work, be diligent, and be detailed. Anyway, go to court. State announces a no action. I'm like, no. Because what is a no action? This is what drove me crazy. There's an attorney on South Florida saying, oh, this is what a no action is, and this is what a no information is. A no action, generally for me, right, is that the state attorney received the paperwork or didn't receive the paperwork or didn't receive all the complete paperwork. Somehow it's discombobulated. They don't know. They haven't read it. They haven't got to it, whatever it is. And they say, because they're supposed to file it within 30 days, technically 40 days, technically they have 45 days, but the courts usually set state to file charges in about 30 days. And if the case has not been filed, they no action it. And no action is another way to say dismissed. And everyone's like, yes! But it's bullshit. It's not a dismissal. It's extremely rare that it's a dismissal. Usually what it means is that the cops didn't get their shit together and get it to the state attorney, or the state attorney didn't get to it, or it went from one desk to another and no one knew who was handling it. And all it is a delay. Now, why is that important? Here's why it's important, folks. Because my client pays a bond. I don't know, 50 grand, 100 grand, 150,000, right? It's a big, serious case. Pays a bond. Now that pays a bondsman. Now the case gets dismissed, so the bond is discharged. It says, hey, Mr. Bondsman, here's your money back. We're good to go. Case is dismissed. But it's not. Because in a day, a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 5 months and 20 days, the state has 175 days to file. If the state then gets their shit together, and I'm not knocking the state, I'm just saying they get their shit together, they file it. Guess what happens, folks? Guess what happens? Especially on a drug trafficking case. SWAT team shows up, an abundance of law enforcement. The person gets arrested again. The person gets into custody again. The person has to bond out again. The person has to go through a nebula hearing again. Just delay it and reset it for a month. And I have no control over what the state does, but so that's a hurdle. Because my client doesn't have a lot. Can barely get out the first time. And remember, well, he's no, he's not. He's innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Innocent until proven guilty. Just because someone says you did it, just because there's a little bit of evidence, folks, doesn't get you the conviction in state court. Right? A little bit of evidence, a lot more evidence, a bunch of evidence, a whole shitload of evidence. It's beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. That means you just need one doubt. You could be 99 out of 100. That one doubt, not guilty. That's what the law is supposed to be, and but whether juries follow that or whether it's explained well enough, that's the issue. So I got that battle. Now I'm working on another case in another jurisdiction. And it's a difficult case because there are issues on both sides of the table. My client's got some issues, the alleged victim's got some issues, and it's up to myself and the state attorney's office to get through a Jerry Springer episode. Okay? And first prosecutor gives me what I refer as a ridiculous officer. Let's just coordinate depots. And then a new prosecutor comes on and says, no, I agree, that offer is ridiculous. Let me tone it back. Maybe we can do a misdemeanor. Let's figure it out. Let's work. But then says, oh, but your client did this as well, and I can add another charge, and I can file a motion to revoke bond. And whoa, slow down. Like, what's the allegation? And you go through it. So So of course I have to collect evidence. I got to work. I don't know. I probably put seriously close to 20 hours in to convince a prosecutor not to file additional charges, to revoke bond, etc., etc. I send the paperwork, and the prosecutor's like, hey, I'll be switching off the case soon, so if we're going to work it. So I'm trying to get it worked out, trying to convince them not to go forward, trying to convince them to do the misdemeanor or whatever. Send an email, and it's up. I'm not the attorney anymore. Oh, okay. Jeez, okay. So it's an obstacle. Well, who's the attorney? Well, now it's so-and-so. Okay, all right. So... it says, if you don't accept the offer by such and such time, then, we'll revoke the offer and we'll go to trial. I'm like, the case isn't old. The case is, I don't know, 4 months old. It's not old. But the prosecutor, the tone, well, we'll go to trial. Okay. Listen. You know why I'm scared when I go to trial? Because if I don't do my absolute best, and even if I do my absolute best, the jury can come back with a guilty, right? I can't hypnotize anyone. There's no magic in what I do. I tell a story. I ask questions, right? I seek the truth. I look for mistakes. But a jury can go, yeah, I think your client's guilty. That's why I'm scared. Not for what I do. What I do is, not as hard as what you guys do. Whatever your job. I talk for a living. I push paperwork. I make arguments. I pray because I don't even think I'm good enough for that. Right? I say, God, just help me, because I don't know, how to do this. I'm not smart enough. I'm not quick enough. I'm not articulate enough. But I got to tell you, when the prosecutor writes me the email, it kind of makes me angry. Now, there's no ill will. I get it. What are those birds that are really tiny and they fluff up to scare off their enemy? I don't know what they're called. Someone on here will tell me. I get it. I'm looking at the prosecutor with 2 years of experience fluffing up. And listen, I could have 50 years of experience and still lose to someone, right? Like that has 6 months of experience. But listen, I don't claim to be anyone special. I just claim to work hard, and that's what I do. So what do? I go to the office, and I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to set depots. We're going to fight the case. My client's going to fight the case. I have another case in another jurisdiction, and that client, the prosecutor said to me, hey, I'll get back to you by the end of the day. Just so you know, that was about a month ago. I got to speak to the alleged victim and see, what they're wanting to do, get their input. Email, nothing. It's like, raise up. Lower that bridge, rabbit, lower that bridge. Like, it's up and down. It really, for me, as a criminal defense attorney, I'll be honest, if it was just up to me and it had no ramifications on everybody else, I fight every fucking thing. If they said it was Monday, I would make an argument that it wasn't. I would say that it's not. It's Tuesday in Nepal. Having to kiss ass and be overly formal when you're going, hey guys, it's not a slam dunk for you. I know, right? It's like David and Goliath. I get it. I know I have a lower chance of winning than you guys do, because you guys got the big budget, you got the big staff, and you got the money for investigators and detectives and forensic research and DNA analysis and blood. Like, and I'm limited to that. I'm limited to my clients' funds.
Oh, the lawyer gets all the money.
Yeah. I'm a billionaire. Can't you tell? I'm driving in a Lambo right now.
Hey, you can't trust police, but you know who else you can't trust is the lawyers, the defense lawyers.
Yep. You're right. I just read the comments like, whatever. Point is missed on many. The point is that there are obstacles in life. And my heart rate can go up, it can increase, and I can get raw, right? And my heartbeat can go down, like I just got knocked down, right? But I won't stay down. Go to my office with my beautiful view, overlooking the city, overlooking the water, and I won't look at it. I'll dig into the typewriter, and I will put the work together, and I will do every possible thing that I can do to be victorious. Some cases are just ridiculous. People get arrested for the most ridiculous things. People call me and go, "This is unbelievable." I go, "It is. You're absolutely right." And I always give an example. I go, if right now, if you went to the police and said, "So-and-so did this to me. They threatened me. They touched me. They hit me. They whatever." That testimony alone is enough to have you arrested. And that testimony alone is enough for the state to go, it's a question of fact. And the judge gets a question of fact, Mr. Foley. And you got to play it out. There may not be a technical motion, right? I have a few cases. Just picked up a case actually yesterday, but they're signing up today. And I said to the clients at the initial consult, I don't see any technical issues. This is going to be a plea, or this is going to be a trial. If it's a trial, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. If you lose, you're going to do time, a good amount of time. But there's these obstacles, right? Just constant obstacles. And sure, you get a couple cases that go smooth. And had a baby case yesterday, and I emailed the new prosecutor, in their infancy, just became an attorney. I said, "Hey, I'd like to do this. Can we do this?" "Well, I got to check with my lead and see." "Okay. Well, I need a continuance because I have another case in another jurisdiction, on Friday or whatever. Can we do it? Can we?" "Well, I'll get to you before the next court date." Like, it's literally something that you look at, you go, the client has zero criminal history, and it's like the lightest of misdemeanors. It's a diversion. It's like $100, or maybe add 10 community service hours or whatever. I could do all this. But no. You hurry to wait for people to talk, to people to go to the supervisor, to move up the chain of command, to come back with a, okay, or it's just slow moving. Like I said, it's not what I want. Because if it's what I wanted, I'd be like, I wouldn't even talk. I literally wouldn't. I wouldn't send an email. I wouldn't. All I would do is what's required, which is file my reciprocal discovery, give them my evidence, give them my witness list. I would file my motion or take my depositions. I'd file my motion to suppress or to dismiss. And then I would, if I didn't win that, or if I won part of it and lost part of it, I would set it for trial and go. I just would. But that's because I'm frustrated. That's because I'm frustrated with the system that I work in. I have to be a bigger person. I can't say to some people when I want to say that to some people, right? Can't. I'm not allowed. It's not professional. It's not ethical. It's not in my client's best interest, right? I think it. I'm a human being. I get upset. I get happy. I get disappointed. I get overwhelmed. I get frustrated. I get work happy. But what so many people miss, the obstacles from a defense attorney, is I'm going to say I'm not even going to say we, because I'm not speaking for any other attorney in the world. I do it because it's in your best interest. You watch these movies? I watched this movie recently, and it was with Mark Wahlberg. And I don't know the name of the movie, but I saw like a little skit. And Mark Wahlberg's like, apparently he's a tough guy. Somewhat tough. I don't know what the character is in the movie, right? And he sees these teenagers, and they take a picture of him and his girlfriend kissing or something. He goes, "Hey guys, oh, that was a private moment, could you not?" And the guy takes like a Slurpee and pulls it over. He goes, "Is there a tough guy in there?" And then, of course, by watching that little clip, you know that Mark Wahlberg's playing a tough guy, and he can probably beat up this guy. But his girl's like, "Oh, don't do it, don't just," and they walk away, and he's covered in sludge. Slurpy. The hard part for me is being covered in a Slurpee. I got people just pouring Slurpees over me, and I gotta suck it up because the best interest of the client. I have to bite my tongue. I gotta hold in my stuff. I gotta find another outlet. Why? You know why? Because 96% of cases in state courts are negotiated, pled, and only 3% go to trial. 4% go to trial. That's why. Am I nervous? Am I scared? Yeah, because I don't want to lose. You get to know your clients. I get to know my clients. There's a lot of good people. I mean, there's a lot of freaking good people. And you go, oh, if I lose this friggin' stupid debate with a judge or a jury, the client goes into custody. The client becomes convicted of a crime. Sort of like if you're walking in between two buildings in a city block and two guys approach you and you're walking with your wife and your children, and they ask me for my wallet. They don't even show me any weapons. I don't know if they have weapons, but I fear for my child. I fear for my wife. But if I was by myself, I'm not giving them my wallet. I'm not giving them my wallet. Hopefully, this transcends to what I'm trying to communicate. I don't know if it does. I'm rambling. No one wants to see a 24-minute video. Watch it. Don't watch it. For those that watch it, you know who I am. You know what I do for a living. And if you need me, you'll call me. And if you don't need me, you won't. And if you say something nasty, okay. And if you give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. If you subscribe, that's cool. I'm Roger P. Foley, just a guy. Those are my thoughts. See ya.